Good day, beautiful people. Now, let me tell you why I'm so happy about Applepalooza right now. If you don't know, that stock is Apple. Okay, it's spelled A-P-P-L-E. It's a good company, and I love it. You know why I love it? And I'm loving it even more right now than I ever did, is because my boy Tim Cook came on and said they ain't gonna make as much money as they said they was gonna make. You know why that makes me so happy? You know why that makes me so happy? Because the stock went down, and I love it. I freaking love it. If you don't know, I'm a long-term Apple shareholder, and I actually love when this stuff happens so much. I don't love that, yes, I wish I sold it at $232, which was its high, and bought more on the way down, preferably at slow, but whoever picks the bottom, right? Am I right? But yes, I wish I bought it at its slow. Unfortunately, I did not, and I still own it very high. But I'm happy, and I'm very happy, because guess what? It creates a buying opportunity, for me at least, maybe not for you. By the way, guys, just because I sound so excited and elated about this stock doesn't mean you guys should copy me. Don't copy me. Always do your own research and investing, blah, 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 blah. You guys get the drill. I hope you heard it by now. I'm sure you watch millions of other channels about this stuff. So always do your own research. Don't trust some schmuck like me just because I have a pretty face. Doesn't mean you should do what I do, okay? Unfortunately, I'm only human and I make mistakes. Fortunately, I'm not really sure. It's part of life and it's part of learning, so I'm not perfect. I never will pretend to be perfect, and I will never ever say I am perfect. Practice makes perfect. I'm still practicing. However, humans are not perfect. It's a flawed saying. I know. I don't know who came up with them. They kind of counteract each other. I don't know who to believe. Practice makes perfect. I know Michael Jordan's one of the greatest basketball players of whatnot, but he still missed over 9,000 shots in his career. So obviously practice does not make perfect. People still miss is what I'm saying. Okay? So I may be wrong about this. I don't know. Only the future knows. And unfortunately, my name ain't Future. He's a rapper. Okay? And unless he knows, well, then maybe he does know. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds, and maybe future has an iPhone, so maybe he's holding Apple as the future, if that makes sense. I went way off topic there. But anyways, I'm loving me some Apple because Tim Cook said they ain't gonna make as much money as they thought they was gonna make. So back last quarter, right before Apple went way down, this was basically the chart. Just in case you don't want me to post it, it basically was like this, and then it went like this, just in case. So it's like a real reenactment right here. Straight down, basically, to its bottom. I don't know where the bottom is. It's probably somewhere around this range. And right now it's around the 145. Tim Cook came out and said, guess what? They ain't going to make $94 billion. They ain't going to make $91.5 billion. They're going to make around $85 billion in revenue. And this kind of was a little shocking because Apple does not do this. The last time Apple did this was about 17 years ago. So that was a long time ago, 17 years. That was a long time ago, basically is what I'm saying, okay? So what happened? Well, apparently China is slowing down, and China's economy is more or less shit, to put it into nicer words. It's crap, okay? It's kind of garbage right now. It's not doing well. That's pretty much a nice way to put it. It sucks, okay? And because it sucks, well, when it's one of the biggest markets for Apple, guess what? Their revenues are going to go down, understandably so. Very simple. Very simple concept. People are not doing as well. They're not going to go on. They're not going to buy $1,000 iPhones. At least not most of them, right? Some of them still will and whatnot. There's a whole boycott Apple thing. He talked about that, but again, it's probably a very minor percent. Like what, a couple hundred people, couple thousand people? So minor, it barely even counts. Minuscule at best. Okay. So why the iPhone doesn't bother me like it bothers everybody else? If you ever listen to any bear talk about Apple, their number one thing is the iPhone. The iPhone's not growing. The iPhone's stagnant. The iPhone's a dying business. Blah, 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 blah. They just go on and on and on about how bad the iPhone business is. Which is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard because it's the goddamn iPhone. It's like the most profitable thing since sliced bread. Sliced bread was never even that profitable to begin with. I don't even know why it's such a good saying. Anyways. What is up with Apple and its iPhone? it doesn't friggin' matter, okay? The Apple does not need the iPhone as much as people think. It is a shrinking business, as in, say it's 50% of their business, which it is about 50% of their business right now. Guess what? Next year's probably going to be 45% of their business because their other revenue streams are growing. People always focus on iPhone. It's kind of frustrating. But you know what? I'll let them dwell on it while the price goes down, and I'll buy more, and I'll make money off of their fear, because that's how the stock market works, more or less. Secret. Anyways, so even if iPhone doesn't really grow, does it matter to me? Not really, because guess what? There's about 1 billion people with an iPhone right now. There are about 7 billion people in the world, and 1 out of 7 people have an iPhone. Now, if we don't count developing countries and whatnot, so out of about, say, half of that, 3.5 billion people, about a third of them have iPhones. That's a pretty good number. Guess what? They're not going to upgrade every single goddamn year. That's just unrealistic. No one should expect that. Say they upgrade every few years. Apple does quite a few 100 million a year, you know, a couple 100 million. I'm okay with that at about $1,000 a pop. Not too shabby, right? Simple stuff. Not to mention they have their MacBooks, their iPads, their watches, AirPods, their friggin', I don't even know what, their Beats by Dre. They have tons and tons and tons of products, accessories. Oh, and they got that little thing called the App Store. Guess what? The App Store from Christmas Day to New Year's Day made $1.22 billion. That is no small chump change, boys and girls. That is $1.22 billion off of a goddamn App Store. Pretty impressive. And on New Year's Day, they made $322 million. Their most profitable day ever. So for a company that is apparently shrinking, they seem to be breaking records. I don't know about you guys, but I'll take it. I'd also like to mention about Apple is their services business. So their services is no chump change either. They're expected to do 10.8, or actually Tim Cook said they did $10.8 billion in revenue. That's really, really, really impressive, because that business is growing phenomenally well. Okay, that is an absolute amazing gain from its 8.4 billion it did last year. So obviously that's up about what, 30% year over date. That's pretty good. You know, if that business can kind of keep growing like that, even say around a 20%, add another couple billion next year, that's a lot of money, man. Like, we're talking billions of dollars here. Not to mention Apple has tons of free cash that they can do whatever they want with. They can innovate. I know they're getting into TVs, movies. They're going to kind of build their own little streaming service. They have Apple TV, you know. They have tons of products. They're going to continue to make products. When you have that much money, you're going to make new products day in and day out. Maybe not every year, but they're going to continue to make new products. Don't you worry about it. I'm not worried about it. Maybe you're worried about it. That's fine. But I'm okay with it. Another thing I want to mention is that, you know, they had that battery problem where they're replacing batteries for $29.99. That's kind of a big thing, because that battery replacement at $29.99, they were taking a loss on. Not to mention, if you had, say, an iPhone 6 that kind of had a crappy battery, 6S, 6 Plus, 7, well, you just bring it into Apple, they change the battery for $30. You basically got a brand new phone in case your battery was shot. So why would you upgrade? You got a decent friggin' phone, and now your battery's like 100 again. So why not, right? So that's another thing. And, you know, Apple, I think, will be set up good in the future. It's currently paying about a 2% dividend, which ain't bad whatsoever. It's a nice dividend. It ain't bad. They're probably going to increase it over the next few years. I know since I own the stock, they definitely increased it. A little bit of history about me. I bought the stock for the first time in 2014, pre-split. Yeah, pre-split. And then it split. I didn't buy any more until 2016. Then I added it to my position, and then I didn't buy any more until last year when the stock was going down. I added at 175. I've not added yet this year. However, I think I'll probably add another, I don't know, 20 shares or so at the 140 range. and every $10 it goes down, I'll probably up it another 10 shares or so. And if it ever goes under 120, I'm probably gonna buy like 30-40 extra shares of Apple. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do with Apple, because stocks, I mean, to me it's fairly cheap right now. It's trading at about a 10 PE. When you got a company that's making billions upon billions of dollars, I ain't too worried about it. So that's kind of my take on Apple and whatnot. I think the company will be okay. I think Tim Cook and crew will do a decent job, and I think the company will continue to thrive and strive and continue to be a moneymaker for me. So I'm not too worried. It was by far the best stock in my portfolio. Now it's not so much, but I'm okay with that because I'm sure it's gonna go back up. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the stock. If you like Apple, what or you hate it, comment down below. Maybe you're an Apple shareholder, maybe you're an Apple bear, maybe you think I'm an idiot and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Comment down below. I love some haters. I love some hate. Love it, love it, love it. Put it on my bread for breakfast, okay? If you like it, cool. But you know what? I don't really care. You like it, you hate it, it don't matter to me, because you guys gotta make your own decisions. I gotta make my own decisions. So if you guys like it, great. If you guys don't like it, great. I don't mind. I love going on sites like Seeking Alpha and seeing other people's opinion too, because I like to see both sides. I don't like to keep a closed mind. I like to keep an open mind to stocks, and I like to see each person's perspective, because, you know, it creates a new way of thinking for me at least. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, comment down below. If you didn't enjoy the video, comment down below. If you like my take on the stock, comment down below. Basically, comment down below, please, because I'm dying to read some of your comments. Also, like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it anyway. It's the button right beside. Only take a second. Just do it. Subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Ding, ding. Do whatever you gotta do. Until next time, guys, see you later and have a great day.